Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 2A News with Craig DeLuz. I am your host, obviously, Craig DeLuz. And here we're going to be talking about firearms, firearms policy, firearms and politics, media, culture, you name it. We're going to talk about all things gun, all the gun time. Very much appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you liking and sharing the program. If you haven't already done so, make sure you do it. We're going to go ahead and get into today's topic. Well, before we do, I want to make sure to remember and remind y'all we have a cool event that is going to be happening here. It's going to be at SHOT Show. We're going to be hosting our annual SHOT Show, pre-SHOT Show party. It's going to be at the Hofbrau House, hosted by 2A News, The Rundown, Arms Room Radio, Next Level Training, Imperium Strategic Group, and a bunch of other folks that you can see listed there, Hog Holsters, a bunch of the usual suspects. Folks, there's going to be free beer. There's going to be free swag. There's going to be some snacks. That's what we call hors d'oeuvres in the gun community because we don't do hors d'oeuvres. We do snacks. But there's going to be tons of prizes. So we're going to have a really good time. This is going to be in Las Vegas. It's going to be Monday, January 19th, 2026, once again at the Hofbrau House. If you are going to SHOT, and I'm assuming if you're watching 2A News, there's a good chance that you're in the industry, which means there's a good chance you're going to be at SHOT. We would very much love for you to come and hang out with us. It is a free event. So come on out and do us a favor. Just give us a shout out in the comment section. Let us know if you're going to be coming out to the event. Once again, we would very much like to see you. And if you can't make it, you can't make it. That's okay. We understand. But if you can, we would love for you to be there. All right. One of the great things about being in the Second Amendment community is a really close-knit community, in particular if you are in the advocacy end of it, right? A lot of people don't know that in the gun rights community, there's the people who are the gun folk, and then there are the people who are the gun policy folk. And then there's the gun media folk. And when we kind of travel in both worlds to a certain degree. But if you really want to know and understand about standing up for and the what's going on the ground in various different places across the country, there are a couple of places where you need to go. Right, the couple of events you need to attend. One of them is the Gun Rights Policy Conference, which usually takes place in September. But the other is 2A Freedom Fest, and that usually takes place in Florida. It is a phenomenal event. It is people come from all over the country, and they don't just come and speak, but they come, they speak, they hang out, and they camp. It is, in fact, a camping event. And to give you a little bit more detail about the event, about a bunch of the cool stuff that's going to be happening, I would like to invite to the program a very, very good friend of mine. We've known each other for, I think, about a decade now, Mr. Kevin Sona, the founder and organizer of 2A Freedom Fest.
What's up, Craig? How you doing, buddy?
I am doing phenomenal, bruh. It is very, very good to see you.
Awesome. Good to see you, man. I appreciate the invite and helping promote this little gathering we do every year.
Well, you say little gathering, but I mean, considering the fact that it's all pretty much organized by, well, you and your fam. Tell us how it started off and how it got to be where it is.
Dude, it just started as a camping fellowship. Some like-minded friends get together, do a camping event type of deal, and it's turned into an event now with guest speakers from all over the country, as you mentioned. I think the furthest we got coming in this year, I guess, would technically be kind of Hawaii, Colorado, with Willis Lee's, but they come in from all over. You name the state, they're pretty much coming, and the event's free. It's it's just
Are-
it's just a way to. It was designed just to kind of in Florida, as you remember. The only time we can open carry here in Florida was if you're hunting, fishing, or camping, going to and from, and that's kind of how it started. And it's grown into this event where it's a lot like you mentioned GRPC, but instead of being in a hotel, it's a lot more laid back. I kind of
right.
say it's like GRPC but in the woods.
Like GRPC only in the woods.
In the woods.
So let's talk a little bit about some of the speakers that you have coming to the event. Here's the website, by the way. You can find it at 2afreedomfestival.com. There's 40 days till the event, so if you got to fly in, you better book your flight now. Um, Coming down here. So let's talk about some of the speakers.
Sure.
Why don't you go ahead and run through some of these folks?
Sure. First of all, you see David Katz up there and James Phillips. They're attorneys with the other with the firearm firm out of Orlando. And honestly, this event wouldn't be possible without them and our friends over at Runaway Campers as well. They help David and James really help fund this event because, as you know, Craig, this has always been out of our pocket. So having some extra help with David and James is huge. Craig, what is this? Your fourth event, I think.
Fourth or fifth. I came
Fourth
to
or
like the
fifth.
first two, and then I missed one, and then I've come to another couple. But yeah, no, it's like my fourth or
Yeah.
fifth. I didn't come to the
So
first two. I came to my first few.
yeah, your first one I think was in 2020, right before the
Right,
Rona,
right before the Rona.
right before the scamdemic hit.
There you go.
So Jared Turner is one of our first time guest speakers coming out, and if you follow what Jared does, she's an incredible advocate. Runs a program as well, helping women get out of certain situations, things like that. Helps them find housing, jobs, food. I'm sorry, I can't remember what it's called, but she runs Clearing the Chamber. Very great advocate. I'm looking forward to meeting her for the first time. Amanda Suffolk, she's coming out again. I think she's been coming out since I think 21 was her first year coming out with Eye on the Target Radio. She's also board of director with the NRA.
Phenomenal advocate in particular for the Second Amendment media.
Yes. Plus, she runs an organization called Realize Firearms Awareness. I think it's called Awareness Coalition, but Realize Firearms Awareness. She does a concealed carry fashion show. She's in a. We keep saying, what's the saying, Craig? When we grow up, we want to be like Amanda. That's pretty much it. Our good buddy Patrick Collins with the Gun Food. So Patrick is our official ammunition supplier of 2A Freedom Fest, and if you go to the Gun Food website, you can order ammunition through him and use code 2AFF for a discount. Gina Roberts, another really good friend of ours. Gina's been out to the event since I think 2021 was her first time as well, and Gina hasn't missed the event. Mr. Eric Friday, attorney with also the Florida Carry General Counsel. He's the one that won our open carry rights back here in Florida through the first DCA opinion. So Eric will be out there talking. Tom Knightington with Bearing Arms, writer. I think you just had Tom on your show here the other day.
As a matter of fact, just had him on last week.
Yep. So Tom's been awesome. He's been at every event since I think 21 as well, 2021. And Tom really talks about the networking because he actually got to come out to the event and meet some of the people he's been following in social media wise, and get involved that way and became really good friends. And he's even more active now than he even was then. Mike P. We can go over Mike. No, Mike's a good dude. Mike's a nut, man. Mike's been a part of this event almost from day one. Mike P is an awesome friend and one heck of an advocate. And well, you guys been buddies since what, 2016?
Since 2016, and we co-host a program called The Rundown, also available at 2A News. 2A News and Conservative Views. We kind of talk about politics and gun rights from the average guy's perspective.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Mike's a great guy. We bust each other's all the time, but I'll use good language. Mike's a good dude, man.
He is a professional smart aleck.
It's never the same if he's not. I think 1 year he wasn't able to attend. He was in New York, but I think without Mike at the event, it's definitely missing something. That's for sure. Dennis Fields, he's recently a new director with Florida Carry for the last, I believe, 2 years. Dennis has been an advocate and a region lead with Florida Carrier since about 2012 or 13. He's been heavily involved. Dennis will be at the event as one of our guest speakers. Susan Smith, unfortunately, Susan won't be there this year. She has a a conflict in scheduling, but Susan is an incredible firearms instructor and absolutely awesome. First year, Anthony Calandria with he sits on the NRA board of directors as well. Anthony runs a radio show called it's right on the thing, isn't it? Host of
Gun for
Gun
Hire.
for Hire Radio. There it is. And he's got a gun range in New Jersey. That's almost as bad as California, or pretty much is the same thing. Same as California, just a different coast. So this will be Anthony's first time attending 2A Freedom Fest, so we're looking forward to that. And Willis Lee. I believe I met Willis once before at one of the gun rights policy conferences, but I'm not sure. But Willis is coming out from basically Hawaii, Colorado. And Willis is a really good dude. Another really incredible advocate. So I'm looking forward to meeting him. I don't know if you've ever met Willis.
I have met Willis. Actually, I met him at SHOT, but he's also the president of the National Federation of Republican Assemblies. I am the director of communications for the California Republican Assembly, the largest chapter within that organization. So I did not know he was. I didn't know till recently when he got elected that he was involved in NFRA.
Oh, gotcha. Perfect. Yep. And then our next guest speaker, for another first timer. So we got three right there in a row. Tony Simon. So Tony's from the great state of New Jersey, my old home state. You know, what do they say about New Jersey? It's a great place to be from, pretty much. But I love New Jersey.
Oh, I thought it was New Jersey exists to host New York football.
Pretty much in the Meadowlands, yeah. Between that, the Giants and the Jets, and I am a Giants fan. Yeah. So, yeah, Tony, this is the first time Tony's coming out. We've been friends for a couple of years. I haven't met Tony personally, but again,
you'll like him. He's a hoot.
An advocate.
Yeah, he's a hoot. You'll love him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I believe he's camping with us. So this should be nice. A really, really good time. Keith Davis, father of the 2A boys. You can follow those guys, follow them on Instagram. I believe they're on YouTube as well. They've come out to the event a couple of times, but we actually have a speaker slot for Keith and his boys to go up there this year. So I'm looking forward to those guys. And it brings one thing about them real quick, Craig, is it brings a younger generation in, right? Because we're looking at two younger teenage boys. I think the oldest might not even be a teenager yet, but we need this in the community. That's for sure. It can't just be all of
need to get them early, man. Get them early.
We have to. Royce Barlett with Shooting Straight Radio out of South Florida here. This will be his first time coming out to the event as well. And then I'm excited about Tina Richardson Green, another New Jersey person from Newark, New Jersey. You're talking kind of
New Jersey.
My whole family's from Newark, New Jersey, but you're talking kind of an inner city firearms instructor advocate. It brings, I hate to use the word diversity in there, but it brings that into it. Again, it's not just a bunch of fat white old guys in the 2A community, as we see. Having Tina out there at this event this year is going to be a blast.
Are you insinuating that I'm not an old fat white guy?
I'm insinuating you are, well, not a white guy. We'll go with
old and fat is okay, just not white, just not a white guy.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. But Tina's that's gonna be a blast. I was telling Tina about it. Gets cold in Florida. I'm literally wearing a jacket. It was about 30 degrees here this morning. It gets cold, and she's worried about snakes and alligators and things like that. But we don't have that problem here in the cold months, so we good. Jeff Clemens, you know Jeff very well. Mm-hmm. Jeff has been our guy, has done our invocation for 2A Freedom Fest since the beginning. Since every event I've hosted, he's done the prayer. So we're excited to have Jeff back to this event again this year. It wouldn't be the same without Jeff, so I'm glad he's back. And our good buddy Dan Wass, good gun bad guy, host of the Loaded Mic You know Dan pretty well. Dan is a lot like you, Craig. He has the ability to bring in, say something that opens it up. Like you'll go off from what the anti-gunners say, and you guys do a really good job at breaking it down and showing where they're wrong and where we're right.
There you go. So now talk a little bit about, because here's the thing. So these are the speakers, and the speakers are great. They're going to be there on Saturday, but the night before and the night of is a camping event, which is an
Yep.
opportunity. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to steal your thunder. Go ahead and talk a little bit about the camping event.
So again, the event is great. Sitting here, listening to the guest speakers, taking notes, and learning from them is absolutely awesome. But where the real magic happens, and Craig, I know Craig could back this up, is that Friday night and Saturday night evening, sitting around that bonfire that we have, and the networking and the conversations that happen are absolutely incredible. I'll give you an idea. It almost happens every year, but quick way to kind of describe it is imagine you're a part of a state organization and you're dealing with an issue and you start talking about that issue around that fire, and Craig may say, "Hey, Mike, did you think of this? Have you tried to approach it from this direction?" Or, "Oh, we had the same issue and we did it this way, and this is how we work through it." And that stuff happens every night, all night. And there's a lot of planning that happens. And I think, Craig, I come at it from a different view as kind of the organizer of it. So there's you see it as a participant of the event. What's your view of how that all comes into play?
Well, so what happens is because not everybody can make it out to GRPC, right? And SHOT is great, but not everybody makes it out to SHOT. In fact, a lot of folks in the advocacy arena don't make it out to SHOT because it's not really an advocacy thing. Um, if you're there, you're looking for sponsors or donors or stuff like that. And so, and then there's NRA, and once again, some folks make it out there, some folks don't. But the events like this, once again, are an opportunity. These are the movers and the shakers that are on the ground across the country, and there aren't many events, like I said, where you can actually get a number of these folks in a space. And this one, even better, even more than GRPC, is focused on the networking, right? So whether it's during the event, there may be somebody speaking, but other folks are going to be networking. But the night before, and just the being that you're camping there, you're together, you're all eating the same meals. You're not going out to different restaurants and stuff like that. You really have an opportunity to connect. And that's important because especially when you're in places like California or New Jersey or Hawaii, where you don't get a chance to hang out with many people from America, right? Many people who believe in fundamental rights. They think they do, but you and I know they don't. It gives you an opportunity to really kind of connect with them, and it recharges you. It makes you feel like, okay, I see what they got going on. I see that I'm not alone in this fight. I'm not the only one that is behind enemy lines, shall we say, when it comes to gun rights. And so it's also nice because Florida's a nice place, and every time I've done this, it's only been really cold one time. And even then, it was cold at night, and it wasn't that cold during the day. And I'm not ashamed to say we had heaters. Not
Yeah.
ashamed to say that at all. But like I said, overall, it's a great event. Good people, and you also get a chance to just connect with average everyday people. People from Florida. Most of the attendees are from Florida. There are people there in Florida. They're just people who are interested in hearing about the fight, about how we can support our gun rights. Because interestingly enough, Florida, although it used to be known as the gunshine state, has had its challenges having to scrap back some of our fundamental rights.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's been mostly battling Republicans that have basically screwed us over. So that's
Yes.
an issue we have with rhinos. So, Craig, if you can go back to the website and scroll down to our sponsors and supporters, I love to go over some of them if we can real quick,
Here we go.
because this event would
There.
not be possible without them.
Yes, that is 100% true. For those of you who've never put on an event, you know that it doesn't happen for free.
Yeah. So I can go over real quick the Florida Firearms Academy, Gun Food, Runaway Campers, U.S. Law Shield, Guns and Gadgets YouTube show, Panther Concealment Holsters, Sticky Holsters. Mike is an awesome dude. I love that guy. But Florida Firearms Academy, Thomas King has sent us some good giveaways to give away. So one thing we talk about is the event's free. We give away some really cool items every single year, and we have a load of stuff to give away this year as well. Big supporter is Gun Owners of America. I'm wearing their hat. The Rundown. Like I said, Runaway Campers. We host this event on their property. They don't charge us. They've been absolutely great with us every single year, and that's the only thing is if you're camping, that's the only slight fee for the event, and it's I think it's $50 for the weekend, the camp, if I remember correctly. And this year, if you want to camp, you don't even have to register. You just show up and pay Runaway, and you're free to camp with us. Who else is on there? Scroll down a second there, buddy. So we teamed up this year with, this is our third year now, Craig, with the Denellen Community Church and the Citrus Community Church, and we do a food drive for the event.
Nice.
I know that information's on the website as well. So everyone, we kind of coined it 2-way community gives back. And everyone that brings food donations, even if it's pet supplies, baby supplies, or even clothing, non-perishable food, everyone gets a free raffle ticket when you show up. And if you bring a donation, everyone gets a secondary raffle ticket. Women, I just seen Women for Gun Rights. They've been a part of the event since I think 21, 22. They'll have a booth set up as well, and you can come check them out, sign up with them. They're a great organization. The Garden Doctor Teaching Farm, local group. Southern Charms Fishing Charters, a good buddy of mine. They give away a fishing charter usually every year with us. They're sponsors, contributors of the event as well. So is Captain Scotty Rowe, which is right below the Citrus County thing. Arms Room Radio, Florida Carry, Denellen Community Church, Flowers for Friday, which is Eric Friday's wife. She's just started a flower company doing I guess all kinds of weddings and things like that. Local, I think, in Jacksonville, but as a thank you to her and their support, we have them on the website. And if you scroll down a little bit further, we'll go off to the next row.
That's it.
Fueled Up Firewood. So this is a camping event, right, Craig?
Yes.
So our issue is always basically humping all firewood into the event, procuring all the firewood for the event. So we teamed up with Fueled Up Firewood out of Ocala, and they are generously supplying us with all our firewood for the camping event. So there will be no fires going out. There will be no hustling of chopping wood or anything like that. We're going to have stacked wood all ready to go. Thanks to Fueled Up Firewood and Short Arms. So that's another, I think it's kind of like an at-home FFL. So you can buy firearms through Short Arms. You can transfer firearms through them. And he does a lot of gunsmithing work as well, just as Florida Firearms Academy in Tampa. They do the same thing. That's all basically our sponsors and contributors. We have other individuals that come out and help. Vendors. We have tons of vendors that come out. And I don't know if Craig, if you remember what our vendor fee was. Our vendor fee is $0. So we don't charge a vendor fee, and our idea is if you support our rights, we want to support your small business. So it's basically an easy requirement. You must support the Second Amendment as it's written, and not say I support the Second Amendment, but there is no but after that. And I think last year we had about 40 vendors, 35, 40 vendors. So we're hoping to hopefully get up to 60 vendors this year. with it.
Excellent. Well, sir, first of all, let me just say I'm looking forward to it because I always look forward to getting together with you and the rest of the crew there in Florida. You guys do phenomenal work. And then just the rest of the folks who come from across the country, good friends all. It's always a good time. So if you have that time available, once again, it is going to be Saturday, the 21st, Saturday, February 21st. It's going to take
Yep.
place in Summerfield, Florida. You want to make sure to get out there. Now, once again, you want to get there early enough to be able to camp. So you want to probably try and get there Friday. Get there Friday. Usually you set up Friday, leave on Sunday.
Yep.
But once again, it's a phenomenal event. I'm sure the weather, I'm praying the weather will be a little warmer. Like I said, it's only been cold one time when I've been there. And I've been there, like I said, this is going to be my fifth time. It's only been cold one time, and that was only at night.
Only at night when you're trying to sleep.
when you're
Yeah,
trying to sleep.
when you're
But
trying the one thing is if you leave there, one thing we always say, if you leave there hungry, it's your own damn fault.
oh yeah.
Because Friday,
Plenty o'
the
grub.
the 2A Freedom Fest Friday kickoff party, we do a monster thing of chili, plus there's burgers and all kinds of other food.
Mhm,
And then Saturday after the event,
mhm,
for especially for the people that are camping, we deep fry turkey, hams, and smoked
mhm.
sausage, and
And,
we're
there
loaded.
there are always folks around with a nice warm bottle, shall we say, of
Yes, yes,
spirits.
there are. Yes, we have no
Yep.
problem. Drink responsibly. We have no problem with it.
There you go, 'cause you're not gonna be driving if you're camping.
So we need to find we need some help, man. We need some bourbon sponsors.
Well, that's Mike's territory. I just
We need
drink
a
it.
bourbon. Yeah, we definitely need a bourbon sponsor to
We
help out with
will I'll talk to Mike, and we'll work on that. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for coming on the program. Very much appreciate you coming on. Man, like I said, it's a 40 days away. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Disappointed I'm not going to see it shot, but I understand.
it. Yeah,
You know, I figure I'll see you in 40 days, so all will be well.
we'll have a blast, brother.
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
Craig.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin Sona. And that's going to be it for this episode of 2A News. We very much appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you liking and sharing the program and encouraging your friends to do the same. Folks, this is a brand new program, so we're still trying to get subscribers. So if you're watching, please make sure to share it. Please make sure to share it. And please make sure that if you haven't already liked, shared, and subscribed, if you like, shared, and subscribed, make sure you do that. Anyway, once again, thank you so very much. And we will be back, I guess tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Y'all take care. Have fun. Stay safe.